Have the game started yet?
No, the game started on Friday. I'm gonna go say hello to the Reebok people.
All right.
Sam, on which one? What did you want?
Have the game started yet?
Absolutely.
And can you tell me where we are?
We are at the Torrance Marriott for the we're Sunday before the actual games, and it's on.
And how many events will be at the games this year?
Unannounced.
Do you guys actually know how many events there are yet?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we're more planned this year than ever. In the past, when you went from first, when we did 1 point per place, the worst you could do on the first day would be like 50 points, whereas the worst you could do on the last day would be like 16 points. And so there's a legitimate issue, which is if your weakness comes up at the end, in the beginning, it hurts you more than your weakness coming out at the end. The reality is the top athletes are almost never below the 16th place anyway, so they're not really competing against everybody else. So it's still a fair competition, and I still stand behind all the results that we've had. Now, this system lessens the impact of the cuts on the last day. That's all it does. And so we looked at it historically. It didn't change. It didn't change any of the winners of the past games. It didn't change any of the winners of the regionals. And in fact, it was only like maybe 5th became 6th and 6th became 5th on one of the years. But everybody else was in exactly the same place. So it turns out, shockingly, that your performance in each event has a bigger impact on where you place than which scoring system we use.
In the past, there's been huge debates about the scoring system. Did anything erupt this year? I didn't.
No, actually, it looks like people are pretty supportive of it. So, and really, the reality is they're all good. I mean, the ones we've used have been good. I think this one may be the best. So what's happening is every year we have certain elements that work really well, so we keep them. And there's going to be components of the programming, components of the athletes, the events, the number of events, where they are, how they take place, how we structure that's going to change. That's essential to our sport. But each year there's more and more of the rules and structure and guidelines and that are constant. And so next year you're going to see actually a significant improvement in the guidelines and official rules early in the game. And so we've now got a lot that we really like and that really works, and we're going to take that and codify it. And then, but that's only going to be for the elements that we know can and should stay the same. For everything else, that's going to be constantly changing by design.
The Open was 6 weeks this year, 1 event a week. I heard a lot of people saying they really liked it, but they would prefer the Open to be 3 weeks, 2 events a week. What is your opinion on that?
It's a legitimate opinion. I think we will probably have a serious discussion about the format of the Open, and at this point I don't have a reason to think that it's going to change, but it could.
Did you think it was too long, 6 weeks?
No, I did not. In weeks 4 and 5 particularly, you had people getting a little fatigued. But the reality is, think about a weekend, right?
Like emotionally fatigued, just sort of dragging out?
All of it, I mean, any kind, whether it's the mental strain of having to be on. For a lot of affiliates, it was a lot to manage, and it impacted their normal schedule. But if you think about it, if you're 3/4 of the way through a competition and you're not fatigued, what kind of test is it? So if we hadn't had people fatigued toward the end of the competition, I don't think it was as good a test. There's a mental component to fitness. There's a strategy. You have to be able to stay on the whole time. And okay, so this one was a matter of weeks, and your stamina across that. I don't mind that being part of it. I don't know that it should be. I don't know that we want to keep doing that, but it is. I'm okay with it.
Has anyone ever done?
Okay, hold on a second. Tyson.